Hi, I'm Ross from Marina Marbella UK and I'm here at Düsseldorf Boat Show. And as you can see behind me, this absolute beauty, the Sea Ray SDX 270 Surf, is having its European launch. So don't forget, I don't know if you can see down there, it's even got a bow thruster. Top tip, it's the first surf boat built in Europe. So should we go and have a sneaky peek and take a look? Come with me. To give you some stats on this boat, we're 8.28 meters in overall length. We're 2.59 meters in the beam, but the key thing here to remember is even though it's badged an SDX 270 Surf, it is not limiting just to a surf boat. This boat is still for use with family and friends. We've got, as standard, the Mercury's a 6.2 350 horsepower engine with a stern drive, which is rather than the conventional stern drive with the propeller at the back, it turns around and has the propeller at the front. So it's duroprop at the front, which is helping with the surf and the various bits and pieces. It's key to point out at this stage that this boat is going to come out as a conventional stern drive and a conventional outboard. If you like, enjoy, even conjure up a little smile, please don't hesitate to like and subscribe. We've got lots of new content coming for this year ahead, so it all helps if you press that magical button. Walking through the boat, just to point out a few bits and pieces. We're not going to lift every locker because that's going to get a little bit boring, but I'll point out the main features. So number one, a transom shower just in here. We have the fusion control, and then we also have the USB, which I think, just having a quick look under here, yeah, is A and C. So there's a charging point, or it'll link straight through to the stereo. I don't know if you can see it from there, but have you seen the size of these speakers? Look, they are huge. You're not going to miss out on the tunes for the day, are you? Under here is the batteries. This is the sun pad across the back, and then we'll have a look at that bolster in just a second. On the bathing platform down here, we've got, Pepe, if you move that way a smidge, I'm just going to point this one here. For skiing, if you want to do towables, water sports, we have the hook down there. Otherwise, on top of the tower, you're not going to see it, but on top of the tower is a hook as well. That's for the wakeboarding, which will come off the back of the boat. We have the swim step down by my feet down here. That will open up. Now the whole bathing platform is a little bit lower to the water. So with that swim step, nearly lost it. With that swim step open, you can actually use that as your access from the water up onto the boat. You're not reliant just purely on the bathing ladder, which is behind me on my foot just down here. So that's a great little bonus there. We move round. We have this locker under my feet just under here is a closed locker, so we can put some ice in there, a bung in the bottom, put some drinks in. And then we'll move into the boat, bearing in mind with the light, and we're going to have a look at here. Hopefully this goes well, because I'm going to lift this up and you'll see, look at that. We have an extended sun pad on the back of the boat. And then you'll see the seating. If you come in a little bit further, Pepe, I don't know if you can see it, but have a look around the back of these seats here. You'll see that the cushions don't go right out to the extremity of the boat. It's so much easier to clean all the way around the outside of these cushions. And when you're actually riding on the boat, and let's say you had sun cream, mobile phones, headphones, shirts from the day, you could just put those in the back there and they won't go anywhere. So it's an extra little bit of storage space that you don't really think you've got already in the boat. So that's a bonus. First locker we come to, we're going to lift up. This is the refrigerator. Bear in mind, this is boat number one. So what we have in there, it's a dedicated fridge. It's got the fridge unit at the back here. You just rotate the dial and that will be absolutely freezing. We've had these in the previous boats. If you turn it up full whack, it will freeze on the bottom, but it's great for drinks, food, out for the day. Good size as well, on bottle height. You could put a bottle in there, no problem at all, and you can put the whole thing up, not having to lie it down. That's quite important actually. Okay, we're going to move on to the port side now. This locker over this side here. Now this is boat number one again, so there's a few changes potentially to come about. The bulkhead will change there and we will have a nice clean locker. And I don't know if you can see, but if I got down in here, I think I'm going to do it. Look, I reckon, I can fit in this locker. So you just imagine the amount of equipment you could put in here. Fenders, lines, towables, paddle boards, endless. You cut it, you kept me going. You got it. And obviously look at the amount of space you've got around here. In the surf version, you could get 8 people on this boat. Now that's to do with the weight of the boat. So with the surf, you take on water into the ballast tanks, increasing your weight, so you have a limit. So that's 8 people. Once you get outside of the surf, you can then, with the outboard or the inboard, you could have 12 people on board. So depending on which way you want to go, there's plenty of options. But again, don't remember, as soon as you have a boat, you're going to have loads of friends anyway. Backrest. This backrest on the port side literally just comes down like so. Now, the bolster on the helm comes to the floor. There's a little handle underneath, push that up. It's in 3, I should have said this, it's in 3 positions. 1, 2, 2 positions, close enough. 2 positions. So now, on the co-pilot side, we've got a lovely lounger. We can see what's going on behind us. On the pilot side, we got more space here or here, depending on where you want to go. But very nice lounging capabilities. I'll put it back on the helm here and lift the bolster up. Do you want to come down and have a little look? While we're here, I wanted to make a little comment on the tower. There's a couple of options you can have here. This is the black tower. It's a power tower. You can have a white tower, again a power tower, but on the outside that we'll have a look at, maybe I'll take a photograph and insert it here. Ding! You'll see the outside of accent panels. Now that is to match the hull colour. So whatever hull colour you go for, the accent panels on the outside of the tower here, on the external side, it's GRP, will match your hull. Internally, it'll be the same material you see here, the black colour. But like I say, you can have a black tower or a white tower, and they're both powered. But as you can see here, the sun covering, or the Bimini top, that goes all the way through is vast. It comes right from this point here, which is where the screen is. And I'm going to go straight past you there, Pepe. You just have to watch me as I go around. Ooh, got me. Right the way back to the seat here, which is pretty much in line with the people sat on the back of the boat here. So it's a great covering, either from the rain, which we might get in the UK every now and then, or the sunshine that comes out during the summer. That's key to remember. This boat is brand new. We've mentioned this already. It is brand new from the keel all the way up. That's the hull, that's the deck, that's the tower, everything you see all the way through, and that comes through to the helm as well. You can see here that the helm is on the starboard side. You can see it's got 2 screens. Now this screen here is to do with the surf function, and it's very easy to do. You can set yourself up before you get going. You increase the size of the wave, you say what speed you want to go, and you press on, and then you move forward on the throttle. When you do that, the boat will take on water as it needs to into the ballast tanks, and it will set the surf up, and it will create the wave at the back for your skier or rider. Oh, I don't know what the official term is, but whoever's behind the boat. And that way it's very, very simple, rather than trying to adjust the tabs over here and play with the throttle. It'll all come up together. So the system is working for you. And then on this screen over here, you can set either the engine data, which will read all the way through for revolutions, depths you can put on there as well, so you can see where you are when you're riding through, and speeds. So you get a good feel for what's going on the helm. We've got the adjustable helm that we can move up and down, and speakers, and again, charging points. We've got USB-A, USB-C on here as well. And what they've done is they've removed the stereo from the helm cluster, and they've actually put it over on the port side. If I swap with you, Pepe, you'll see the stereo is now on the co-pilot side. So the co-pilot can actually be boat DJ, which is a very important job. Oh, I think I opened that a bit too hard. I'm in the smallest room in the house, but look at this. Now you could use that for storage for the day. You could get changed down there. It's a toilet. There's lots of storage for if you wanted to put bits and pieces in there, or it's a little mini cabin. But the beauty of it is, with the door shut and that pulled across there, it gives you space. Now that is part of the new generation for the SDX. Hang on. Oh, there we go. This locker here, I am going to open it. What you can pop in there, I don't know if you can see too much in there, but basically the tables that we looked at earlier on in the cockpit, and you might be able to see over my shoulder here in the bow, both have dedicated storage areas in that area in there. So I wanted to point out is that with the helm on the starboard side, the toilet is also now on the new generation SDX, is also moved just in front of the helm on the starboard side, which means with this curved screen, the access to the bow is now shifted onto the port side. So with me closing this door here, there, we have that offset, and then this will come across here. There's a door here that comes right the way across, which stops all the wind coming through and underneath. So when you've been out in the sunshine all day long, that little bit of extra chill will chill you at the end of the day. And that has a very nice door. It comes back to a clasp here. There's no webbing strap or anything. It's a physical metal clasp to hold the door open. We've got the toilet extraction points here, so you can suck out at the waste depot. We've got the fuel back there on the starboard transom. As you came into the boat, we had the water socket, so everything's separated. So you're not going to get confused between the fuel, the water, or even where you suck out the toilet stuff. Okay, we made it up to the bow now. The table we talked about earlier on, this is the table. You can have an infill to complete the deck under here as well. There's a very nice nylon solid base, cushions on top. Again, will be either in the dune or the stone, whichever you go for. So that'll be a great sun pad. Let me show you the sort of space we've got here. Nice lounging out this way, little toes over there. I will move over here as well. And then we've got some nice space here. Oh, we've got grab rails on, both on the starboard and the port side. The table is back down to a hockey stick, it's not fixed to the floor. Very comfortable all the way around. And then I say, under here, we have the electric windlass. Now this is actually built into the boat. That stainless steel there, that means the anchor will travel all the way up and through here. So it's not sat on the top up here. It's actually part of the hull. And then that means also you can still have a ladder in the bow area. It used to be that when you had the electric windlass, you can't have the bow ladder as well. But in this boat, you can. So if you wanted to get closer to the shore, you can still get off the front of the boat. I hope you liked the 270 SDX Surf, the European launch. If you'd like to know more, please don't hesitate to drop a little comment, and I'll come back to you so I can always talk about the boat in more detail. We do hope to have one of these, a conventional stern drive, at Southampton Boat Show this year, which will be in September. We're in January now, and that'll be in September. So hopefully we'll be able to bring you some content of the boat on the water, how it performs, what it looks like. You can then come to Southampton Boat Show, touch it and feel it and see it for yourself. So it just leaves me to say, I look forward to seeing you on the next one.